Nguluwe. I'm the director for school health, safety, and learner enrichment in the Department of Education at provincial level. Kula Directorate is a directorate that is responsible for learner support and development. Sijongene nabantwana kwinkalo zonke. Sisupporta elicala lokufundisa nokufunda, that is teaching and learning. Bakhona abantwana abangakwaziyo ukuexcela kwelicala lencwadi le-maths and science. Then le directorate ijongene nezinye programs ezino-accommodator aba bantwana. Hence ubona kukho no-special schools apha because bona they feel by part of i-schooling system xa besenza eza programs. The program ke yo-music kudala ikhona and it's something that is loved. Sibaqala ke phaya esikolweni. At school level, we encourage that each school sibe nechoir. What we have discovered is that a school that participates kwinto yo-music, that school siba ne-discipline and they perform well academically. Because in-music inala nto iyenzayo emntaneni. Ufumanise uba even lo mntana usuka, even if usuka from a poor background, ufilisha ipart xa ecula because umculo ukhupha ii-emotions zakhe. Athi engena kwi-teaching se-relieved because uculile ngexesha lomculo, ingqondo ivuleke. So we balance that ke ngokuba encourage into yoba baparticipate. From school level, umntana mosayithanda kwi-competition, baphume from school level bayokompyutha ke ngokwe-circuiting. From the circuit baphinde bahluzwe phaa bokompyutha kwi-district. Then from the district si-introduce a new level up Eastern Cape, a cluster. Eastern Cape has got 12 districts, 6 in cluster A, 6 in cluster B. So saphinda senze enye competition at the level of a cluster. Eyona nto ibangela uba siyenze la competition at the level of the cluster zii-challenges that we experienced in the previous year. Sifumanisa into yoba into yomculo ine-mass participation and every child wants to participate. Yenze ke ngoku loo nto by the time befika eprovinsini iikwaya zininzi kakhulu, asinandawo zobalalisa. Uve kuphuma kwi-social media abantwana balele ezibhasini, abanye bathi so many things. So we went back to the drawing boards department, but how can we reduce these challenges? And then we thought of introducing this layer of a cluster so that abantwana baperform at that level. Bathe benyuka ke ngokuza apha eprovinsini sesisiftile, sinengcaphephe. Uyava mos nomculo apho kwenye level basiftwe kakhulu from cluster level, but they enjoyed because bebephumile baya. Umntana mos into ayifunayo kuphuma. And what we are also doing is to expose them to things that they never thought they will experience. Nam, I was also a member of a choir when I was growing up. The memories that I have, uphuma nekwayara siyocula endaweni ethile, siye ekhakeni, siyephi, uqale nolala ehotele. Kodwa ke thina ngelaa xesha sasixabisa ulala ezikolweni, wothuke xa ulele ehotele. So aba ba-advanced because we exposed them to life yolala nasezihotele nakwi-BnBs nokuya emarhawutini. They enjoy it. Sizama ukubabonisa the good side of a life so that singabi nee-stories esinazo ezifana nabantwana abazawubhaqwa kwiindawo zesinxilo nazo zonke izinto zabantwana ba-pregnant and all those things ezi-destructive. We are keeping them busy by constructive programs. Uphuma kwabo apha kule competition i-tough mos ne. Once sifumane the best apha siya kwa-national. We always win ke phaa kwa-national, siba nazo ii-national champs zethu, but ngoku besifuna uba na-more. Saqonda masiba refine by introducing that level. Sibacole, that's why usiva apha phakathi sithi asifuna bakufotwa, asifuna ubelwa into zethu, ii-secrets zethu, so that sithi sifika kwa-national sibuya nazo zonke ezaa cups zakwa-national. Eastern Cape, I think, is the home of music. The best things come from Eastern Cape, I'm telling you. I'm saying that from experience of managing this program. The skills that they have, ababantwana, you'll be surprised. But it's a challenge of parents not supporting their children. If parents can make time and support their children, they will see wonders. These kids are skilled. They have different talents. Thina siba nomunye xa sibabona sibona uba nyhani Eastern Cape is the home of legends, because a background of a child will never determine the future of a child. They are coming from deep rural areas, but they are the best. Siyazicela izikolo. We know that the focus is on the curriculum, teaching and learning, but they must give abantwana that relief yoba ikhe bengabantwana, by encouraging them to participate in these programs. Bangathi these programs waste time. They develop the child holistically. Sinayo iprogram esinayo phaya esiqalayo ekuthiwa yi-parent child communication, apho sizama udibanisa umzali nomntwana. Kweza programs sizamela into yobana i-parent must understand umntwana, into yobana umntwana akazuba ngugqirha xa wena ufuna abe ngugqirha, akazuba ligqwetha xa ufuna ube ligqwetha. Laa mntana ngayi-artist, laa mntana angenza enye into e-different from le nto impusha. If laa mntana uphuhla kwezi skills zifana nokucula nezinye, let that child do that. Soze kumzali ayazi loo nto, because ekuhlaleni ubona igqwetha eliqhuba imoto, abone umuntu ongugqirha, anqwenele into yoba nowaphi umntwana ngasabe yilaa nto. So abazali, they must learn into yoba abantwana bane-different skills and different talents, and we are trying ngoku ukuthatha iline ye-skills development, because abantwana i-unemployment rate is very high. We don't want to teach abantwana bazawuthi join the unemployment queue. Abantwana, umntana makadume ngale nto adume ngayo, siyipolishe, siyirefine, aphile ngayo.
A very important announcement. Some of us were standing in long queues on the 29th of May, but the people of the Eastern Cape has spoken on the 29th of May. And because of us enduring the sun on that day, going out on our numbers on that day, we have ensured stability in our province. And I think we're so proud when we see the other provinces are fighting, then we see we don't fight in the Eastern Cape. And this is all to do with us. And I even thank you for today that the tone has been set, and the tone has been set by you. I just want to reflect a little bit back to the 6th administration. We had an MEC in the 6th administration that has traveled this province from one end to the other end. An MEC that was prepared to pay the price. An MEC that was prepared to get up in the morning to make sure he deals with challenges in education, he deals with challenges in the community, to make sure he's making not only the Department of Education proud, but the entire province. I said we had an MEC in the 6th administration. I was speaking in the past tense. So come 29 May, we went out there in numbers to say we want that MEC back. And I'm proud to announce that the 7th administration is so blessed to have MEC Fundile Gade back. So, I think that is not enough. Audience, I'm going to lock the door. That is not enough. This MEC of mine has toiled. He has toiled. And we are so excited because he has set the bar in education. He has set the bar, and it's giving us an opportunity to have a stable education system and to move to the next level and to say to the country, we are a province to reckon with. Allow me to invite our Honourable MEC to the stage and to thank the government of this province for giving us the MEC. Now, colleagues, we can do better.
Thanks, the invited guests, adjudicators, the Ministry of Sport, Arts and Culture, in collaboration with education in the province, principals of schools, educators and choir conductors, our students here, the media houses, and everybody that has been part of this august session today. Colleagues, this is not a moment of reflection, but we must enjoy ourselves. But key to the enjoyment, let's not forget that we agreed as a nation and adopted a nation-building project. Whenever we contribute, try to reshape, refocus, redirect the nation. Never forget that we are a nation whose history is a history of unresolved. And it then becomes paramount for all of us that when we engage on arts, culture, religion, language, in the context of this august occasion and its own content, we be reminded that the nation depends on the depth, understanding, agility of this province, on making sure that the country finds its foot in the evolution, recharacterizing the African context much more better in the global village. I am therefore inviting you into this exercise today, not just listening to the songs, but interpreting and analyzing the meaning of the songs, and begin to ponder the question whether this engagement and other engagements to come can be used in the true sense of the word as defined by the then President Mbeki, the African Renaissance. I'm lifting up this question for you because akukho umuntu ozoyenza le nto. The failure of the Eastern Cape's intellectual ability in teasing any question on the national scale is gonna land where we are now. I don't want to make that reference, but I wanted to appreciate organizers that we have got no power sharing here. our failure of not asserting ourselves on what should be the role of the Eastern Cape in stabilizing government nationally can create a bit of a discourse. And I'm therefore saying it's one of those provinces that this one has been fortunate not to have a power sharing, because a power sharing means a confusion on policies. And we don't need a confusion of policies here. We have got a lot of backlogs, both in terms of material and also in terms of internet. Yesterday, I happened to be in one of the meetings of government where I was saying, once you allow yourself to be in backlogs of anything, you run a risk of having a backlog even in the DNA of strategic thinking. Uzaba ne-backlog nalapha ekucingeni. Because it means you'll spend in addressing things that should have been addressed in the past and not addressing the immediate. And if you don't take the immediate as an immediate, you have already failed on the ultimate. You have already failed. So I'm therefore saying, colleagues, let's keep up the good work. Maybe HOD, we needed a particular approach on this question. The choir conductors and educators are not here. They don't hear me now. We needed a different approach. We can't be a hub of culture and art in the country and still continue as business as usual. We needed a different dispensation on how to appreciate the talent of the province. And that cannot be done by DISRAC, colleagues. DISRAC is not in the strategic center of skills production. Whether you talk sport, whether you talk music, whether you talk academic, the production center is this one. The production center is this one. And I'm therefore saying we just needed to look on the modalities. How do we begin a new chapter that put sports, arts and culture at the epicenter of the holistic development of our kids? How do we redress the past? And how do we reposition ourselves so that we don't just produce kids? We just produce kids for the sake of producing them. Some of them may not be academia. Some of them may benefit out of the talents that they have, that they are demonstrating here. Ayo accident of history that abaqambi bengoma ngabalapha. Ayo accident of history that the captain of Springbok yalapha. Ayo accident of history that the coach of Springbok yalapha. And ayo accident that in the nation soccer team of women, 6 of the players are coming from this province. So I'm saying we need a bit of a school of thought on how to deal with this question. We are too ambitious, one may argue, but I just wanted to say we are trendsetters here. My adjudicators, uba ufuna uthukwa sukuza kule department. I-department yabantu abafanelwe ukuthukwa. Bafuna uthukwa sukuza. Ngodihleli pha no-HOD siyathukwa pha eKapa by one media house, ibikhona last week there. He raised a very petty, unscientific argument that we can't open an aviation school as a province. Why? Because we've got 6,000 vacancies in the system. Do you know that debate, where does it come from? It comes from the question that there is no aviation school in this country. So it can't be Eastern Cape that must open an aviation school. Now, I'm then saying, you lack thinking strategically as Eastern Cape. You are collapsing the whole ecosystem of the national government. Pepot and Fred, kune aviation school pa, a private, of an Australian at a 65-year-old, the implications are this country will get pilots from foreign nations. Why? Because it doesn't have an aviation school. Instead of collecting the minds and say, how do you save the nation? And how do you begin a new path that when you are not a strategic thinker, you are not going to sleep and wake up as a strategic thinker. Nobu kweyiphi na iprovince. Xa unomuntu okwaziyo uqiqa nocinga, hlala phansi umamele. So I'm then saying, colleagues, continue to be the beacon hope of the province. Continue to play your role in reshaping music, arts and culture in the country. Continue to make us proud, to give us national champs as you used to be, and continue to produce the best choir masters and women that you have been doing in the past, and continue to provide us with best educators. Thank you so much, Program Director.